Hello and welcome to our new show, In the Manger. Here we will invite you to the people in the manger and talk to you about the virtues in their pure lives. So stay with us here on CYC Coptic Youth Channel. Name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the one God, Amen. Today we'll talk about the virtue of modesty. And we should give the virtue of modesty to Our Lady the Virgin Mary, the Queen, the Mother. Modesty is the quality of a person's being that is demonstrated, shown by her moderate and unassuming style of dress and behavior. Modesty is most commonly associated with how a person dresses, particularly that of a woman or girls, but it is a broader virtue of one's personality also. It is similar to humility as it is expressed in one's behavior. In respect to how a person dresses, it indicates for the most part that such a person does not display her body in a way that excessively emphasizes her sexual attributes. Standards for modesty in one's style of dressing and wardrobe, as well as one's behavior, particularly in public, are commonly set by the culture in which a person is raised. Ethnic, racial, religious, national traditions, and customs regarding these matters of public dress and behavior are usually well established, and they are generally taught and demonstrated by the older generations to the younger generations. Examples of this process can be seen throughout the world, particularly in its large cities where people from various cultures and ethnic and racial groups mix together in public. Our fathers, the monks, and our mothers, the nuns, are very evident in this style of dress. But some of these styles of dress and behavior are changing individuals in some cultures who are born and live within specific ethnic, racial, religion, and national traditions are given more freedom and opportunities to vary their styles of dress and behavior. This kind of freedom has some positive as well as negative implications. Young individuals can use this freedom of choice to express their self-image, to set themselves somewhat apart from traditions and styles to their elders. But if they use this freedom to express themselves in exaggerated sexual styles of clothing or public displays of overly aggressive, arrogant, or disrespectful behavior, they may become immodest and be regarded as such in the quality of their personalities. Some businesses, professionals, schools, and occupations have specific dress codes and uniforms that are required or set as standards for those in such groups. For men in many careers, it is a suit and tie. Doctors, nurses usually have white coats or uniforms when they're on duty. Of course, servicemen and women, at least in the United States, have recognizable uniforms. Boys and girls in some schools are required to wear standard uniforms. Where a modest or professional dress code is required, there are usually also requirements for moderate, unassuming, polite, respectful behavior. Some performers are noted for their immodest styles of dress, in many cases wearing as little as possible to keep the law for a minimum of covering for their private parts. So many individuals in our world have personal choices that they can make regarding how they express themselves modestly from situation to situation. They may observe the cultural, ethnic, racial, or religious standards for modesty in every situation. They may rebel against some of them some of the time. Or they may vary their styles and standards of dress and behavior according to what seems appropriate in any situation. Benefits and values of modesty can be especially good, since modesty is a part of an individual's personality, his personal being. It is a virtue. If it is constantly expressed in one's style of dress and behavior, it can bring significant benefits to an individual. It can strengthen or add other associated virtues to a modest person's reputation or character. It can reinforce one's reputation for humility and respectful behavior. When a person demonstrates a high level of personal self-respect by his modest way of dressing and behaving, he will probably also earn a high level of respect from others. Most of you know one or more examples of individuals who have lost all or most of anyone's personal respect by their immodest styles of dress or behavior. When a person has a genuine commitment to modesty in her life, she is attractive to God. A modest attitude in one's style of dress and behavior is one way of responding to God's invitation to live with Him in a relationship of love, personal purity, and grace that can extend into eternity. The virtue of modesty is especially good because it has benefits and values that can be received forever. It is one mark or distinguishing quality of a child of God, an individual who have been taught by God and who is seeking to live in accord with His holy and pure standards for what is right. My plea to you is to live in accord with the virtue of modesty. A modest attitude in your style of dress and behavior may not make you extremely popular with the worldly crowd, but its eternal benefits and values are so good that they shouldn't be ignored or rejected. Few self-respecting individuals will really mock you for being modest. A genuine quality of personal modesty will never negate the sex appeal of one's feminine sensitivity or masculine strength. Those who are struggling with their own sense of self-respect may be drawn to you to find out the secret of your quiet appeal. No business, career, profession, or friend should require you to be immodest. The choice is really yours. Well, thank you for watching, and I wish you all a blessed and Merry Christmas.